Ideal conditions in store for the Bengals home opener. Mike Petraglia inside Paycor Stadium. Weather will not be an issue on this Sunday afternoon. Sunshine and 73 degrees expected for the 1 o'clock kickoff. A far cry from the heavy mist and rain, downpours at times, during the first half last week in Cleveland, actually throughout the game last week on the shores of Lake Erie. The Bengals did not handle it well. They acknowledged as much after the game and during this week. They have to handle the elements better going forward, but the elements should not be a factor today. Last week, it's been well documented. Joe Burrow had only 3 pass completions of 10 yards or more. T. Higgins was 0 for 8 in targets. Those numbers are going to change today. Pretty much you can take that to the bank. The Bengals are going to get T. Higgins involved in this game early and often. Jamar Chase only had 39 yards catching last week against the Browns. One of those was a 12-yard completion on the first drive of the game when the Bengals actually had one of their 2 third-down conversions on the afternoon. Again, the 2 for 14 on third down. That's got to improve this afternoon. My bet is it definitely will. Against a shorthanded Ravens secondary, Marlon Humphrey, he is out with a foot injury. He will miss his second straight game. Marcus Williams, a star safety for the Ravens, he is also out of this game. Offensive side of things, the Ravens offensive line is shorthanded. Center Tyler Linderbaum, he will miss this game. He was injured last week. And Ronnie Stanley, the outstanding left tackle for the Ravens, he is out of this game as well. The Bengals pass rush should have some success getting to Lamar Jackson in this contest. Ravens, of course, are coming off that 25-9 win over the Houston Texans last week at home. The Bengals trying to put to bed that 24-3 dismal showing in Cleveland against the Browns. The Bengals are pretty healthy coming into this game. They should be getting back Joseph Asai. Again, that's a game-time decision. He has missed the last several weeks, of course, injuring his right ankle in the last preseason game against Washington. Chris Evans, he could be available as well. He was nursing a right hamstring injury this week. He missed practice on Thursday, but he was back at practice on Friday. And Marcus Bailey, he was dealing with a lower body injury, but he should be back on the field today, helping shore up the special teams effort for the Bengals. Bengals need to do better on third down. They need to keep Lamar Jackson contained. No explosive running plays. Bengals did actually a really good job, and Lou Anarumo pointed this out this week, of containing Nick Chubb. Yeah, he got his 106 yards last week on 18 carries, but the Browns are going to do that. They carried the ball 40 times. What Lou Anarumo was happy with is they had no explosive runs, and they were able to pretty much keep Nick Chubb under wraps, and that is considering the fact it was very difficult to wrap up and tackle with the slippery conditions last week. I would expect the Bengals to be even better this week, containing the Ravens' running attack led by Lamar Jackson. Again, another injury I haven't mentioned yet is the injury to J.K. Dobbins. He's done for the year with an Achilles injury, an injury that's sadly, as we found out on Monday night with Aaron Rodgers, is spreading around the NFL. Been a lot of talk about replacing the artificial field turf surfaces like the one I'm standing on here in Paycor with natural grass, but Katie Blackburn has been on record saying we have seen all the studies, done all the work, and we see no reason at the current time to make a change in the field playing surface here inside Paycor Stadium. But again, a lot of people around the league point to injuries like J.K. Dobbins of the Ravens last week and Aaron Rodgers on Monday night against the Bills as reasons that NFL owners should re-examine that issue. Well, we're ready finally for the regular season home opener of the Bengals. A.J. Green is in the house as ruler of the jungle. That'll bring a little extra juice to the pregame festivities, and it'll be really interesting to see how he gets the crowd going in the southeast corner where the ruler of the jungle stage is held and set up, so fans will have their eyes in that direction right before kickoff. Gio Bernard, an A.J. Green teammate in the 2010s, of course. He will be in the building, making his national radio debut as analyst for the Sports USA Network, which is carrying this game nationally, Ravens and Bengals. Bengals want to even their record at 1-1 and hand the Baltimore Ravens their first loss of 2023. Of course, the last two times these teams met was on this surface here inside Paycor Stadium. Bengals winning in Week 18 and then winning the fumble in the jungle game in the wild card round when Sam Hubbard returned the fumble. Some 98 yards that Tyler Huntley fumbled, 98 yards for the deciding touchdown, 24-17 last January. We'll have you covered all game long throughout the post-game locker room reaction. Be sure to keep it tuned to my YouTube page, youtube.com/ActJungleRoarPod. Follow me on clnsmedia.com and on Twitter, X, @Trags, TRAGS. The joint's already jumping. My name is Mike Petraglia, inside Paycor Stadium, CLNS Media.